Top news headlines. India sees 3.46 lakh COVID cases, 2,624 deaths in new record. UP, Maharashtra top contributors. NHID still hands over 15 basic life support ambulances to Health Department. And Myanmar junta leader arrives in Jakarta for Asian Crisis Summit. As a responsible citizen, it is our duty to minimize the spread of coronavirus as much as possible. Wash your hands frequently with soap for at least 20 seconds. Using an alcohol-based sanitizer also helps keep the virus at bay. Avoid touching your eyes, nose and mouth. Avoid stepping out unless absolutely necessary. Always wear a mask before stepping out and even in your own home in the presence of outsiders, as masks have been proven effective in containing the virus. Maintain a social distance of at least 2 meters in public places. Hello and welcome to Times of Manipur News. You're watching News Today. I'm JESSIA and I'm giving you the news in details. The coronavirus situation in India remains grim as the country continues to witness a deadly surge in its COVID-19 cases. India today registered over 3.46 lakh fresh COVID-19 cases, the highest single-day spike, pushing the COVID-19 caseload in the country to 1.66 crore, with 5 states contributing the most to it. India saw a rise of 3,46,786 new cases and 2,624 deaths in the past 24 hours. With fresh fatalities, India's death toll has climbed to 1,89,544. The maximum number of deaths due to the COVID-19 infection was reported in Maharashtra, 773, followed by Delhi with 348 Delhi deaths. There are 25,52,940 active COVID-19 cases in the country, and in the past 24 hours, 2,19,838 recovered from the virus infection. The top 5 states that have contributed the most to the Delhi COVID-19 cases in the past 24 hours are Maharashtra with 66,836 cases, followed by Uttar Pradesh with 36,605 cases, Kerala with 28,447 cases, Karnataka with 26,962 cases, and Delhi with 24,331 cases. These 5 states added 52.82% of the new COVID-19 cases, with Maharashtra alone responsible for 19.27% of the new cases. In the wake of the threat given by the second wave of COVID-19, the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited (NHIDCL) has handed over 15 basic life support ambulances to the Manipur Directorate of Health Services. The program was organized by the Directorate of Health Services at the Western Gate of Chief Minister's Secretariat in Imphal. On the occasion, Chief Minister N. Biren said that, in view of the COVID-19 pandemic's second wave, the government is now all set to make available additional number of ambulances to help tackle the situation. Advisor to CM Health Dr. S. Ranjan, CFNPD Minister T.H. Satyabatra, MLA M. Rameshwar, State Health Principal Secretary V. Vulmunmang, Health Services Director Dr. K. Rajo, and NHIDCL Managing Director Colonel Sanjoy Kumar were present at the event. Colonel Sanjoy Kumar handed over the 15 ambulances to the Chief Minister. The Chief Minister also lauded Union Minister Nitin Gadkari and NHIDCL for the initiative. He added the life support ambulance will be of great help to the healthcare service in the state.
At the beginning of COVID-19 pandemic, we faced many issues due to lack of ambulance and many health centers in the districts. But later, the swift process of 40 new ambulances by the Manipur government helped face the pandemic. Today we have ambulance in each and every district of Manipur, while districts with higher exigencies for ambulance like Imphal West, Imphal East, Senapati, Jiribam and Dangnopal has independent ambulance east. For this, I would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the officials and the Honorable Minister. Finally, I appeal to all the health centers.
NHIDCL MD Colonel Sanjoy Kumar maintained that NHIDCL is trying its best in improving road connectivity in Manipur. He added that the ambulances provided today are for MO Kakching, CMO Ukrul, CMO None, PHC Hauchong and PHC Thanlon. The remaining ambulances will be kept in reserve for emergency use. Currently, 26 ambulances are being used in different districts of Manipur.
Rural area the elevation in our Yamta day. Today, you must see another machine that was a Mangatra Hamburger, George Hanaraga, Legumba, other Punsan Laga, like I, the Hamburg, put so many, I put another Facebook, social media other way. I never catching later, better put them a good police, no somebody on pote. Other my earnest appeal to prevent and to save from this dreaded COVID. Like Isa Isana, police was say. Koi isa isana nurse wise, isa isana doctor wise, isa isana doctor dapat habuk dong khangla rabdi. Puna mo boy depend to mo niya bese pasimai na yata apin tong ngi.
Myanmar General Min Aung Hlaing, who led the military takeover that sparked turmoil in his country, arrived in Jakarta today for a meeting of Southeast Asian leaders seeking try to forge a path to end the violence in the impoverished nation. Media reports say the gathering of leaders of the Association of Southeast Asian Nation (ASEAN) in Jakarta is the first coordinated international effort to ease the crisis in Myanmar, an impoverished country that neighbors China, India and Thailand. Myanmar is part of the 10-nation ASEAN. Diplomats and government officials who asked not to be named said many Asian leaders want a commitment for Min Aung Hlaing to restrain his security forces, who monitors say have killed 745 people since a mass civil disobedience movement emerged to challenge his February 1 coup against the elected government of Aung San Suu Kyi. Manipur's COVID-19 total tally now has increased to 30,151 with 104 new cases registered in the past 24 hours. The first cases were reported from Imphal West, Imphal East, Thoubal, Vishnupur, Kakching, Ukrul, Kangpokpi, Senapati, Churachandpur and Chandel districts. The state death toll now stands at 381 with no fatalities reported in the last 24 hours, according to the state COVID-19 Command Control Room. The state's COVID-19 active cases are 590, while 28,180 persons have recovered from the deadly disease so far. The recovery rate is said to be 96.677%. The ongoing second wave of the COVID-19 pandemic in India may peak between May 11 to 15 with 33 to 35 lakh total active cases and decline steeply by the end of May, according to a mathematical model devised by the IIT scientists. India saw a single-day rise of 3,32,730, 3.32 lakh COVID-19 infections and 2,263 fatalities with 24,28,616 active cases in the last 24 hours. In predicting that the active cases would go up by about 10 lakh by mid-May before sliding, scientists from the Indian Institute of Technology in Kanpur and Hyderabad applied the susceptible undetected tested positive and remove approach sutra model. Former Manipur Chief Minister Okram Ibobi got the first dose of COVID-19 vaccine jab at Janims, Imphal today. India has so far administered more than 127 million doses of the coronavirus vaccine, the world's largest inoculation drive. Despite a promising start in January, India's vaccine drive has been lagging, and the decision to expand it to the biggest cohort of the country's population, 18 to 45 years old, comes even as several states report a shortage of doses. Since the pandemic began, India has confirmed more than 15 million cases and over 180,000 deaths. It has the second highest number of COVID-19 infections in the world after the United States. Now it's time for a short break. Keep watching Times of Manipur News.
Kangla Gas Solutions Private Limited Malomgi Ani Suba Face ki dealer oibining basingda application form Thazin Biraknaba Khanganjari. Dealer oibining basingna akopamrol gidamak ayuk pung taradagi nungthil pung mari fawgi manungda 7085 399 802 da pau phawbirakpa yagani. Mensilaba application form adu May 3 kunithoi fawbagi manungda thajanbirakadabani. Pizariba mafamsingdi Lamsang, Kairau, Andro, Thobal Wangkhem, Ukrul, Kumbi amadi Churachandpurni.
Iramdam asidasu anauba oina world class machine sizinaduna 20 steps refining eye testing ki facility fanghanjari. Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals, Khurai Lamlong Bazaar, Tinchit Road, Imphal East.
Adom-gidamakta khudongchaba asi pijari. Adom-gi mit lemna test tawjari amasung adom-gi chanaba chunaba lens sing amadi frame singda chada kun fawgi discount pijari. Leo Lamlong Excellency Opticals, Khurai Lamlong Bazaar, Tinchit Road, Imphal East.
Welcome back after the break. For the second phase of Mission Mount Kabru Afforestation, Sanghalasi Kabru Chingdol, initiated by Manipur Students Federation MSF, a 50-member team of the Federation led by its president, Khangembam Vidyasagar left MSF office in Imphal for Mount Kabru this morning. The team will carry out a tree plantation drive on Mount Kabru during the trip. The Mission Mount Kabru began on May 5, 2019. In a major breakthrough, personnel of the Indian Army and Assam Rifles rescued 2 of the 3 abducted employees of Oil and Natural Gas Corporation (ONGC) from the clutches of the armed militants during an overnight operation from the dense jungles of Mon district in Nagaland in the intervening night of Friday and Saturday. The victims, identified as Alake Shaikia and Mohini Mohan Gogoi, were abducted along with Ritu Saikia by a group of armed militants belonging to ULFAI from a workover rig site inside the Lakwa Tea estate of Assam's Sivsagar district on Wednesday. According to sources in the security agencies, based on specific inputs, columns of the Indian armies and Assam Rifles were launched in the jungles of Mon district in Nagaland, which shares border with Assam. The troops succeeded in rescuing 2 of the 3 victims, it said. As per a media report, a joint team of Para-SF, Assam Rifles, Assam Police and intelligence officials were involved in the operation. Sources also added that security forces have recovered 1 AK-47 rifle. The operation is underway to secure the release of the 3rd victim, Ritul Saikia. Kumbi Urban Development Committee, KUDC, has rubbished the recent claim by a political leader in media that an awareness program organized by KUDC on April 23rd last was supervised by a political party. KUDC Media Coordinator KH Bipin clarified to media that the program was simply a part of the committee's routine activities to sensitize the masses on the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. Bipin further said that KUDC has not so far carried out any of its activities under the supervision of a political leader. Technopol Battalion of 26th Sector Assam Rifles under the aegis of IGR South foiled smuggling attempt of organic Sarpargandha, Indian snake root, and endangered plant species and footwear near Bongyang in Technopol district. During routine patrolling, the troops intercepted few individuals. On seeing the troops, the individuals panicked and ran away, disappearing into the jungle. The troops then carried out a thorough checking of the area and recovered 25 gunny bags of organic Sarpargandha and 25 gunny bags of illegal items worth Rs 52.15 lakh. The recovered items has been handed over to Forest Department and Custom Department respectively, Assam Rifle said. Residents of Kairang Mamang Laikai have demanded immediate attention of the Manipur government towards repairing a road connecting Kairak Sekmai Barrage and Wabagai, Myrinbam in Wabagai constituency. They warn of blocking the road besides launching agitation if the government does not take up repair work on the road. Former member of Kairak Gram Panchayat Ward No. 4 and Santa Devi said that blacktopping work on the road was done around 20 years ago and ever since the authority has never bothered to look into the condition of the road till date. She said local MLA Muhammad Fazur Rahim had also been informed about the pathetic road condition on many occasions. Once again, it's time for a short break. Keep watching Times of Manipur News.
Roof Coating Services Manipur. Nongju toiba lam oibana lamdam asida sariba yum singi sat mathaktagi ising yurakpagi khudong chadaba kaya mayoknari. Wabi raganu khudong chadaba sidagi ngakthoknaba miyam gidamak leizere Roof Coating Services Manipur. Services si lobi ningba singna ngasima contact tawbirau Roof Coating Services Manipur opposite Uripok NRL Pump Uripok. Contact number 8787324360.
Tom Cable ki subscriber sing the Kangan Jari Madudi subscriber sing na channel suna amadi ayat apan yaudana yengbinaba recharge tawiyo. Pizariba package sing de basic package ta lupa chani amadi atopa package sing da lupa chahum yankai chamri amadi chamri yankai pijari. Recharge tawnabagi damak makhada pijariba kuthang ahum asidagi khanbiyo. Ahan bada online recharge. Online da recharge tawnabagi damak tomtv.co.in da changbiduna yamna laiba process ta recharge tawiyo. Anisubada distributor recharge. Isa ki distributor sing da monthly subscription submit tawiduna recharge tawiyo. Natraga ahum subada office recharge. Uripok Kosnam lekai da leiba TOMTV ki office ta laktuna recharge tawiyo. Khanghan jariba Tom Cable Uripok Kosnam lekai Imphal. Ekoi contact number 89742790999 natraga 8132089758.
Welcome back after the break. The Biden administration has come under intense pressure from various quarters, including the powerful U.S. chambers of commerce, lawmakers, and eminent Indian Americans to ship AstraZeneca and other COVID-19 vaccines, along with several life-saving medical supplies to India, which is witnessing a deadly surge in coronavirus cases. As the COVID-19 pandemic inflicts a heavy toll on countries around the globe, the U.S. Chamber strongly encourages the administration to release the millions of AstraZeneca vaccine doses in storage as well as other life-saving support for shipment to India, Brazil and other nations hard hit by the pandemic, said Myron Brillianti, Executive Vice President and Head of International Affairs at the U.S. Chamber of Commerce. He said these vaccine doses will not be needed in the United States, where it's estimated that vaccine manufacturers will be able to produce enough doses by early June to inoculate every American. This move would affirm U.S. leadership, including in initiatives such as COVAX, and as well as we work with partners around the globe, because no one is safe from the pandemic until we are all safe from it, a media report said. Now we have the sports news. Virat Kohli became the first player in history to score 6,000 runs in the Indian Premier League IPL during Royal Challengers Bangalore 10-wicket win over Rajasthan Royals at the Wankhede Stadium in Mumbai on April 22nd loss. Media reports say the 32-year-old, who had played his first IPL match against KKR in 2008, extended his all-time run-scoring records over other batsmen in the cash-rich league by getting to 6,021 runs in 196 matches. He has 540 50s. The India captain is also the leading run scorer in men's T20 international, having racked up 3,159 runs in 90 matches. He also leads the batting charts among Indian batsmen in overall T20s with 9,870 runs in the format. Now the newspaper headlines. Imphal Free Press. COVID-19 positive cases crosses 100 mark. Nestle India apologizes for location blunder of Kaibul Lamjau National Park. Kobru issues goes against BJP government's claim to better relationship between communities. JESSIA threatens to call statewide total shutdown. Baby Sana dead case, JESSIA ready to approach Supreme Court. Manipur Mill, rich tributes offered to 1891 war martyrs at Khongjom. 104 new COVID cases. Prime Minister Modi interacts with leading oxygen manufacturers. UK's trends driving COVID surge in Delhi. Liang Mei on Ibudao Kobru issue. The People's Chronicle. 104 new cases detected, highest since December 13. Hospitalization rate high, 47% of active cases in hospital. India record 3.32 lakh New Delhi cases. Congress writes co-group, road to mocks government amity claim. Letpao urges all to stop spreading rumors. The Shanghai Express. After a lull of some time, new cases touch three-figure mark with 104. India logs over 3.32 lakh fresh cases, 2,263 casualties in a day. Myanmar lawmakers flee to Mizoram as junta attack villagers with drones, RPGs. Arbitrary price hikes define Thangal, Pongna Kaitel. Nagaland records 89 new cases. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. India sees 3.46 lakh COVID cases, 2,624 deaths in new record. UP, Maharashtra top contributors. NHIDCL hands over 15 basic life support ambulances to Health Department. And Myanmar junta leader arrives in Jakarta for Asian Crisis Summit. That's all we have in this bulletin. Keep watching Times of Manipur News.